Hot flashes, belly fat, mood swings, and everyone says, girl, it's normal. Since I said no, I needed answers. And after years of trial and error, I found 5 rules that actually help manage menopause hormones naturally without crazy diets, long workouts, and I'm going to say it, without a cabinet full of pills. Real talk. Hey sis, I'm Loretta, the reset coach for women over 40. I help women just like you feel better in your bodies, balance your hormones, and reclaim that energy without extreme diets or living in the gym. If that sounds like what you need, go ahead and subscribe because this channel is for you. Now, let's talk about it. When I hit 40, no one told me what was coming. Yeah, they talked about hot flashes. Everybody talks about hot flashes. But what about the weight gain, right? The brain fog and that belly that came out of nowhere? And all I got was, you just need to eat less, move more. Yeah, it's not like that. It's not that simple. Our bodies have changed. And guess what? So did the rules. So that's why I have these 5 rules that help me reset my health. And I've coached other women through them too. All right, you ready? Rule number 1, eat for blood sugar balance. Let me tell you, skipping meals and then grazing all day, that was had me feeling groggy, foggy, bloated, and tired. Okay. In perimenopause, we become more sensitive to sugar and carbs. So, blood sugar control becomes everything. So, here's what works: start with protein and fiber in the morning. Be mindful of added sugars. Now, hear me. I'm not saying don't have no sugar, okay? I'm not going for perfection. Just awareness. Be mindful how much that you're at how much added sugar is in your daily diet. So let me give you an example, okay? My morning is like this. I have kefir first thing in the morning, and I make sure then I have water. I make sure I drink my water. Even before I have breakfast, I'm drinking and sipping water. How do I have that ready? I try to get my water bottle ready the night before. So I don't have to, it's just ready for me. For breakfast, my typical breakfast is eggs and chicken sausage. So let me tell you, I've been doing a new thing though. I've been taking 2 eggs, scrambling, and then I add egg whites. So 2 whole eggs and then egg whites. And then to scramble that up, and then in the pan first, I put whatever vegetables I have, So like, onions, peppers, and then whatever vegetables, I brown that up in the pan, then put my little eggs in there. That's the egg mixture that I told you about, the eggs and the egg whites, and cook that up. And then I have that with chicken sausage. High protein. I got some vegetables in there. It works. And then mid morning, I'll have yogurt with berries. And listen, I'm not talking about like I just buy the yogurt that's out there and already mixed up. No, I get plain low fat Greek yogurt and I mix it with my own fruit, whatever fruit I have in the house. And let me tell you, pro tip, keep frozen fruit, like frozen berries in the house, because if you don't have fresh fruit, then you have the frozen fruit. And you got to plan a little bit ahead of time so it's not frozen as you eat it, but at least you have something available. That's like my mid-morning snack. Again, full of protein. And then I have my fruit fiber. You get where I'm going, right? So now if breakfast is a challenge for you, like you just don't know what to eat, or maybe you skipping breakfast, or whatever the case is, I need you to just type breakfast. Put breakfast in the chat, sis. Let's be honest about it. Put breakfast in the chat. Just type in breakfast. Now, rule number 2, move daily, but move smart. All right, so listen, we don't need to be doing 90-minute intense workouts. All right. Yeah, we did that. Some of us, I know me, in our 20s and our 30s, right? And it was like a badge of honor that we went through this hard workout and we were just, we did it. But now that we over 40, Some of us over 50, like me, nah. What we need is intentional movement. And guess what? We need to be consistent with that thing. So here's what works for me. I'm going to make sure I'm out there walking. All right. And I'm going to encourage you to walk every day. So even if it's you can get out there and just maybe it's around the block, and then some days you can go longer, just get out there and get and start walking. I lift weights 2 to 3 times a week. And I'm not talking about nothing fancy. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, I have a kettlebell at home and I have free weights and whatever. But you do that, you could do body weight squats. There's a lot of body weight. All you need is your body. And you can do all types of exercises. Listen, I give you what if I know I'm a coffee. I like my decaf coffee just because I like the taste of it. And then or I have maybe half decaf. The coffee I gotta do the whole thing. It's gonna brew. So what while it's brewing, why not I do some body weight squats, right? And so here's the thing. That's my something I teach in the community is habit stacking, because if you know you're gonna have that cup of coffee or you're gonna have that tea and it's gonna take time before it's ready, instead of just mindlessly scrolling on our phone or something like that, start doing some body weight squats, right? Do that while you're waiting. So what that does, you already have the habit of doing making the coffee. You already have the habit of doing the waiting for your tea. So now habit stack. Go ahead and get out there and do some type of movement while you're waiting, right? All right. If this is making sense to you and you're picking up what I'm putting down, I need you to hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. I go live almost every day, and I'm always talking real talk. And it's always for women like you and me, right? So you want some support, some extra support, come into my free community. We're doing this reset together. You'll get a lot of valuable resources and daily encouragement. The link is in the description, and you'll get a welcome from me because I'm in there. I'm in there every day. Now, we're going to get to rule number 3. Lower your cortisol. This one right here, it was a game changer for me. I was doing all the things, but I was still gaining weight. I didn't know it was stress and high cortisol keeping that belly fat stuck. But here's what helped me. Short works after hard days. I had to learn, listen, come in close. I want you to hear this. I had to learn to say no, no without guilt. I had to learn that. And then you know what? Sometimes we need to log off of social media because it be causing, sometimes we need to let it go. And I'm going to tell you another one. Lean in again. Stop trying to be superwomen. We don't need to be doing that. Sometimes we have everything on our shoulders, but we need to let it go. So if stress has been driving you lately, I need you to type stress in the chat. Let's call that thing out. Now, rule number 4, all right? We need to prioritize sleep. We need to prioritize sleep like it's medicine. Listen, if you're not sleeping, your hormones cannot rest. Menopause throws off our natural rhythm. So sleep takes intentional effort. So what I do now, I try to keep a consistent bedtime. I try. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I do try to kind of put that phone down. So I'm not, having that, because research shows that can disrupt our sleep. And sometimes I do a little stretching, just something just to loosen up my body. And I do have notebooks near my bed just so I can journal, or sometimes I need to do a brain dump. I just really do. So that is very helpful. Remember, you got to get that sleep. Number 5, hydrate, then hydrate again. You need to get that water in, sis. Once I started drinking more water, I felt so much better. It helped my energy, digestion, and even kind of make those cravings subside a bit. You know what I'm saying? So I keep it simple. I'm not doing nothing complex. But I make sure I drink my water before I have coffee. I'm going to have my water. And then after I have it, I'm going to have some more water. I keep a bottle of water or a cup, whatever I'm drinking out of that day, with me during the day. It's right here. I kept it outside the camera, but it's right here. I keep my water close so that I could just sip when I need to sip. And I do that all during the day. And so even as I'm working, I make it a habit. Make it a habit. I drink water while I'm doing whatever I need to do. I'm not drinking it now because I'm talking to you, but you hear what I'm saying. So now, if you're not drinking your water, sis, put that in the chat. Type in water. Let's keep each other accountable. All right, let me go over the 5 rules again because I'm going to go over them, then I'm out. So number 1 is eat for blood sugar balance. Number 2, move daily. We're talking about doing our strength exercises. You're not going to get big and bulky. Don't worry about it. But listen, and get out there and start walking. Number 3, lower that cortisol. We talked about that. Number 4, make sure you prioritize sleep. Very important. Number 5, hydrate consistently. Drink your water, sis, is important. And let me say this. You don't have to do all 5 perfectly. Start with 1. Master that. And then go on to the next one. That's how we reset without burnout or overwhelm. Now, if you found this helpful, go ahead and click that like button. I'm waiting. Click that like button. And it helps the algorithm and it tells me to keep showing up with content just like this. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next one. You want support? We're doing this together inside the free community. We walk, we hydrate, we reset. The link is in the description. Join us. And I'm going to welcome you when you get in the community. And before you go, drop in the comments which rule you're going to start with or which one you need the most help with. I'm here. I want to hear from you. So keep showing up for you. And I'll see you in the next live.